Old Man River, that old man river.
Welcome to Fresh Fishing. I'm Martin, aka Old Man River, and after 50 years of serving in the army and working for the MOD, I've retired and I'm ready to get out and do plenty of fishing. In this series, follow me whilst I vlog my fishing trips around the northeast. Each video will be a mix of 2 or 3 sessions combined. Hope you enjoy the content. Good morning all and welcome. Today I'm at the Rising Sun Fishery, which is in the York area. It's a York postcode anyway, but it's nearer to Linton on Ouse and Easingwold area than York itself. But it takes me about 40 minutes to get here, so it's not too far. It's the third time I've fished the Rising Sun. The first time was back in November last year with the lads, and it was freezing cold day. We all caught one each. I got a double. It was just over 10 or 11 pound. I can't remember now. And the next time I fished it was at the end of June. Actually, I fished it, and I blanked on that particular occasion, unfortunately. It wasn't a complete blank though. I was fishing at the top of the lake next to the aerator, and because of the noise from the aerator, unless I was sort of pretty close to my bite alarms, I couldn't hear them too well. So I had a run right at the end of the day, and I didn't pick it up at first. I was packing up, and it had probably been 30 seconds before I noticed it. The bobbin was right up against the bite alarm, and line was stripping off. By the time I hooked into it, I felt the fish. It was pretty solid, and then unfortunately the line snapped. So that would have been a nice consolation fish at the end of the day. So yeah, fished it. This is my third time. One blank, one fish. Hoping to get a couple today. Conditions are good at the moment. It's warm. It's about 13-14 degrees, due to be about 26 today and sunny. So even talking to some of the other anglers on the lake this morning, yesterday, even though it was warm and sunny, they were and cruising on the top. They were still taking bait off the bottom. So hopefully we can carry on with that motion and get a couple today. So I've been fishing for about 15 minutes. I got set up and started for about 8:30. By the time I got here for 7:30, by the time I'd set up, had a look around the other side of the lake first, and I decided to come around this side. I'm at the top end of the lake, on one of the pegs close to the island, and it should be a decent day. Hopefully. So let's see how we go, and I'll get back to you later. Right, I've been going for about 45 minutes. Nothing yet. Couple of knocks. Just had a massive splosh, literally 3-4 meters in front of my peg. Well, 2.5-3 meters in front of my peg, and just to the right. I haven't got anything over there. I've got a rod in the margins to the left, but it's time for a cup of coffee. It's breakfast time, or the remainder of breakfast, because I stopped at McDonald's on the way and got myself a sausage McMuffin meal, whatever you call them. So it's now time for a Taylor's coffee, and we'll keep going and see how we go from there. Okay, I've had a cup of coffee. Let's talk through the setup of the peg. Fishing 3 rods, as you can see. One I've got over just under the trees on the end of the island there. The next one, I just had a really big splash in front of my peg to the right, so I've got one just under the trees here, right close to the peg, and I've just had a knock on that, so I'm hoping that's going to stay around and take the bait, as it were. And then I've got one at the moment just under this this tree to the left of the peg, on a method feeder, but I'm going to rearrange that one in a moment. I'm going to get that out into open water, and then I'll have one tight to the island and under the tree, one in the margins here where I've seen some movement, and then one in open water on a method feeder, and we'll see if we can pick something up using those tactics. There's probably about four other anglers on the lake at the moment. It's 9:30. I've been going for about an hour, so not doing too badly at the moment with the temperature. It's still quite cool because I'm in the shade on this side, but it will get warm this afternoon. So hopefully I'll be talking to you soon with a fish on the bank. Right, it's 20 to 11. I've been going just over 2 hours, and I've had 3 knocks, start of takes, whatever you'd call them, on my right hand rod, which is under the trees just out here. What I'm going to do shortly, leave it for about another 20 minutes at 11 o'clock. I'm going to get it right under the tree if I can. I'll use a boat if necessary, and also reset the rod that's out just under the trees there at the island. And the third rod, which is out in open water out there at the moment, I'm just talking to one of the other anglers, and he's told me where there's a gravel bar just out there. Some scum on the water is about the area where that is, so I'm going to get the method feeder out to that area as well, and so I'll reset in 15 to 20 minutes and see how we go from there. Well, at about 11:15, 10-15 minutes ago, I got my first bite. The rod that was under the tree tight to the island, it's not a bad fish actually. I haven't weighed it yet. I'm just about to do that. What I'll do first is I'll weigh it, and then I'll get back to you and show it to you. There we go, 16.5 pounds. Lovely linear mirror. As I say, picked it up tight to the island, so great start. Right, behaving a bit more now. There you go, lovely 16.5 pound mirror, linear mirror. Great stuff. I'll get it back. Suffice to say, the fish I just picked up from under the tree at the island just there was on a Parker Baits OG boilie with a bit of OG fish sauce on it. It was fished with a few free offerings chopped up around it and a few pellet. It's the 14 mil boilies, and seem to be doing the trick. I've had another semi run from that spot a couple of moments ago, probably picked up and ejected, but we'll keep it baited and see how we go. Just had another run about 10 or 15 minutes ago. Unfortunately, it was a roach. Took me by surprise actually, because it picked up the quite a big weight on the lead clip, and off it went. And I thought it was a carp, but clearly once I got the rod up and into it, it was either a bream, and in fact it was a roach. So false alarm. I'll try and avoid that spot for a while now, and then we'll go back there later. Temperature's probably quite warm now. It's up to about 24 degrees, and there's a lot of fish cruising around on the top. So hopefully there's still a few with their heads down, wanting to feed on my offerings close to the island or in the margins, wherever. There's several fish now cruising around as we're at the hottest point of the day. Almost. I think it gets a bit hot later on, about 4 or 5 o'clock, but we're getting that way now. So let's see how it goes. Well, there we are. It's a box, mate. But unfortunately, I've got no beer with me. So it's just an extremely good cup of tea in a very tidy mug. Can't complain there at all. So it's not a box, mate. It's a cup of tea, mate. While we're doing stickers, of course, it's a box, mate. The other Pimp My Bivvy is on the back of my bait bucket, and the Old Man River sticker is in a great place. You can see that for the sun, so let's just move over. He's on the back of the boat there. So as the boat's going out, we've got the Old Man River sticker. Great place for it. Just fits at an angle, bringing best of luck as we put the bait out, or put the boat out, or whichever. There we go, that's the stickers. Hopefully you can just make out center of the picture. There are 10, 15 carp on the surface, just cruising around, enjoying the sunshine. So at the moment, they're not interested in any of the bottom baits, I wouldn't say. There must be one or two rooting around though. But the mainstay of carp at the moment are right in the center of the lake, just cruising around. The angler at the bottom end of the lake, who's fishing the swim at the bottom end of the lake, he's just been spotting for a good half an hour on the edge of where all the carp are, and the ducks are mopping up what they can from the spotting. But of course, the majority of it is getting down to the bottom, and he's staying for a couple of days, so he's clearly laying for future reference. But hopefully you can just see those cruising around. There's a huge amount of carp. I was considering a moment ago getting a pellet waggler out and unconventionally trying it off a specimen rod, but I'll stick within the rules at the moment. It's 5:15 now, and it's still 26 degrees, and the fish are still just cruising around the lake on top, and don't seem to be bothered at the moment with anything down below, as it were. I think it might need a couple of hours later on, late o'clock tonight, to cool down before anything gives. I'm going to keep going till about 8 o'clock though. I've just reset the rods in 2 back out to the island, and method feeder to the left, in forward of the margins basically. We'll see how we go from there, but as I say, it's very hot, and I can sympathise with the fish actually. I'm still in the shade luckily, but I've got about probably 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to be in direct sunlight, and I might have to redeploy my furniture, chair, etc., so that I'm back in the shade. Right, it's dinner time. Almost 6 o'clock, and we've got a M&S, chicken, bacon, sweet corn, and pasta salad for my tea, dinner, whatever you're going to call it. And going to nosh this, and then fish on until about 8 o'clock, and see if we can bank another fish. I just had a run literally half an hour ago, but my line got stuck in my bite alarm, and I couldn't engage the reel from the bait runner, so I can't consider that one loss, because it wasn't even yeah, it was a run, but I hadn't actually picked up the fish, as it were. So put that down to experience. Need to lift it well clear of the bite alarm, etc. first before start doing anything else. Make sure I do that in future. Okay, so tea time. Talk to you later. Well, that's it. I'm about to load the car up. I fished till 8 o'clock as planned. I didn't have anything further. All in all, it's been a decent day, although it's been very warm, and that's been one of the factors as to why possibly didn't have too many bites. But I'm happy in the fact that last time I blanked completely, albeit with a run at the end of the day. This time, first fish, 16.5 pounds, was great. Then I hooked into what I suspect was a really good fish. I couldn't make any headway on it, and pulled the hook, unfortunately. In hindsight, which is always great hindsight, I could have just held it there for a couple of minutes and then tried to take it from a different angle or whatever. But you live and learn, as it were. And even at my age, at 65, as a novice specimen angler, this time I suppose, I did dabble with it, as I've told you before, in the 90s, but started again in the last couple of years. We're all learning, and it's been a great learning curve today for me. Getting that one fish, 16.5 pounds on the bank, was good from this venue, and I think on another day, with a bit more luck, I may well have had 3 good fish and been extremely happy. So, happy with that. I'm going to make haste now, pack the car up, and get on my way home. See you on the next session, which will be after I go to Tees Valley this weekend with Jonathan. We're doing an overnight session on Tees Valley, just the two of us, and I'll be doing my a further retirement session, possibly in the last couple of weeks, or a couple of sessions in the last couple of weeks of September. We'll see how it goes from there. Take care. Bye-bye. Good morning and welcome. Today I'm at Yeadon Tarn, which is in the town of Yeadon, right next to Leeds Bradford Airport. It takes me about an hour, just over an hour to get here, so it's not too bad. Pretty similar to when I'm going to York, to those fisheries. So yeah, Yeadon Tarn, it's about a 20-acre lake. It's shared with a yachting club as well, but they don't use it until some of the evenings. It's supposed to have a good head of fish in here, lots of doubles, 20s, and some 30s in here as well. The lake record is over 30, and in recent days quite a few fish have been getting pulled out overnight. I don't know so much about during the day, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm on a day session only. I got here at about 7:45. Difficult to find the car parks, but I found them in the end, and I'm set up now fishing from 9 o'clock. So hopefully I'll be talking to you shortly with something on the bank. See you later. Okay, well, I've been fishing just over an hour, and I just had this, won't behave again, this one. which is 13.5 pounds, a mirror. Caught it on the method feeder with a Parker Baits wafter, sort of mid-distance out on the lake. I've got another rod out a lot further past the middle of the lake. This one was middle sort of distance. So great start, yeah, 13.5 pounds. I'll get this back. Well, we've got the yacht club out on the lake today. I thought it was only Tuesday evenings, but it looks like they're probably doing some sailing lessons for school kids or something like that. No problems, because they seem to stay centre of the lake, around the boys area. So my rods are well under that, so I don't think it'll be a problem. I do have a rod sort of 3 or 4 rod lengths to the left of the buoy that you can just see out there, buoy number 3. It's about 4 rod lengths off. That's a spot that I picked up the first fish, and I've put it back there again. Seems to be a good area, so we'll keep trying there. This is a public park, so you get numerous people walking past, and then as I just had then when I was landing the fish, an audience watching me perform landing the fish. So there's plenty going on all around, people walking, people picnicking, that sort of thing. It's a good setup. Well, it's come up to 12 o'clock now. It's about 10 to 12. I've had nothing further. As I was saying earlier, you have to share this lake with quite a few other users. We've got the yacht club out on the lake at the moment. We've got some canoeists and also quite a few paddle boarders using the lake. So it's pretty busy. I don't know whether that'll make any difference to the fishing. We will see. Right, it's just after 2 o'clock. The kettle's just boiled. I'm going to have my lunch now. I've got a Cornish pasty for lunch, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee with it. Just had a visit from the bailiff. He's okayed me to fish 3 rods, which is what I thought it was, but I didn't know until then. And in fact, Jonathan passed me the rules, and it did say 3, but I waited until the bailiff arrived, and he's okayed me to fish 3 rods. I'm still waiting for another bite, but things have quietened down a little bit on the lake. There's only a couple of sailing boats out now, and there's one party of sailboarders, if you can see them just over the other side there, and that's it for the moment. So it's lunchtime, and then reset a couple of the rods and talk to you when I get one on the bank, hopefully. A little bit more info about Yeadon Tarn, booking, etc. You've got to book it on Facebook, even for a day ticket, which we didn't do last time. We just turned up on a Saturday, and the bailiffs came round, and we paid our money. But now they're like you to book on Facebook. You get an acknowledgement, and then the bailiff comes around and visits you, which is what I did, albeit after the event belatedly. But it worked, and it's £10 for up to 3 rods. So it's quite good value for money, and you can fish from dawn till dusk basically. So again, great value for money. If you like fishing with an audience, then this is a place to come. You can have whole family groups walking past you, right behind you, and I've had like 10 or 15 people in groups walking past it at some stage. And when I caught that first fish earlier on, I had about 4 or 5 people watching my drills and skills, getting the fish on the bank. So it's quite interesting in that respect. Right, I've just reset the rods. It's 5 o'clock. I've reset the 2 feeder rods. I've left the rod with a lead clip and a boilie on there out in the same place, and that is on the island there that you can just about see. That's the only island on the lake, about 10 metres short of it, because it's very rocky around the island, talking the bailiff. So I've left that there. I'll leave that for another hour before I reset that one. And the two feeder rods I've got about 10 metres either side of, to the left and to the right, but short of the buoy out there. And the spot to the left, 10 metres to the left and level with it, distance-wise, is where I picked up the fish this morning. So last sort of 2.5 hours now, and hopefully I can get another fish to make it a round 2 or so. Well, fish till 7:30. I've just packed up. That's the end of the session. Nothing further, just the one this morning at just after 10 o'clock, 13.5 pound mirror. So at least I didn't blank like the last time we came here. So a success in some respects, but I would have liked to have had more fish on the bank than just the one. But that's how it goes. So that's the sessions for August to an end now, because I've had the holiday, which you've probably seen on the channel, and then I've got a session before this one and this one to go up eventually. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you on the bank hopefully in September. Obviously I'm going to Drayton with the lads, but I'll be doing some more retirement sessions after Drayton in September. See you then. Take care. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button and click the alarm bell to get notifications.